Are you struggling to figure out what to watch next on all these streaming services? Well, don't worry, we got you covered in this video. Hello, everyone. Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast, and welcome to What Should You Watch This Weekend? This is going to be our new series where I spotlight one of the new releases that deserves your time. It's not a big list, no endless scrolling of any kind, not having to hop around between all your streaming services, just one show or one movie or one thing that I feel is worth checking out. Now, this week, to start off this show, my pick is going to be Netflix's dark new thriller, Black Rabbit. This is a series that combines a family drama, suspense, and some seriously moody New York storytelling. So if you're into gritty crime shows or psychological mysteries, this is one that you won't want to skip. So let me set the stage a little bit for Black Rabbit. This show was created by Jason Bateman, the same Jason Bateman who directed all those Ozark episodes. He also directs episodes of Black Rabbit and helped turn the Ozark show into one of Netflix's biggest hits. He also stars in the series alongside Jude, who brings his intensity and his gravitas, and just like that performance that you always want to see in this role. They are estranged brothers, so we get to see that chemistry on the screen. Now, behind the camera, Bateman directs this pilot and sets the tone, which is equal parts grounded and cinematic, and that gives Black Rabbit this layered atmospheric feel. Not just another cookie cutter crime drama. This feels different, feels fresh. At its core, though, the Black Rabbit show is a story about two brothers. Jason Bateman is the older brother in New York, kind of. Life is already complicated for him. He's juggling a lot of different shady businesses, and then also struggling with his own personal demons. And then we have Jude, who's the younger brother, who comes back after a few years. Their reunion's a little bit uh, interesting because Jude Law has his own thing going on. He's got a very successful restaurant, but all those things kind of play into the chemistry of the show, right? Who is this restaurant for? How did it come together? The show starts with a big bang, so I really think that there's a lot to dig into here. Jason Bateman, like, he's kind of a failure. He's this character that is just like, he just feels very scummy, which is very different for Jason Bateman. This is a role that feels very different to a lot of the stuff that we normally see him. Usually he's kind of the straight-laced guy, but I heard him talk about it on his Smart List podcast a lot, and I think he really wanted to deliver something different. And along with Jude Law, like, they just really make a great pairing. So I won't go too much into the details. I think you should just want to explore and go into this. The performances by Jude Law and Jason Bateman have been incredible so far as these estranged siblings. You really buy into how complicated their relationship is as brothers. The atmosphere of the show is very moody, very stylish. I think the cinematography really captures like the underbelly of New York in a way that feels a little gritty, a little dirty, a little bit more intimate. Like, you kind of close up in the streets. And it's not just a crime thriller, right? It's also a little bit of a character study about family, where loyalties lie. Can people even change, or will people coming back from your past just ruin your life? So I think if you enjoy things like Ozark, True Detective, or even something like Bloodline, this might be in that kind of wheelhouse. So without spoiling any details, the first episode really delivers the hook right away. We begin with a scene that takes place sometime in the future of the show, kind of. We see Bateman's character just trying to figure out what's going on. We see Jude Law trying to keep his business afloat. And then when his brother shows up, that kind of starts to wreck everything. Things start to unravel. It's the perfect kind of pilot. You meet the character, you feel the stakes, you get this nice big hook at the beginning, at the end of the episode. And you know that ultimately the fallout is going to be very messy. So we just kind of want to see everything in the middle of what's going on. One thing I love about Black Rabbit so far is this blend of family tension and suspense. I think stories about brothers are always very interesting to me because I do have a brother, and I think we have a great relationship. So it's always interesting to explore other ideas that maybe with brothers that don't have such great relationships, people that haven't spoken in years, people who are trying to reconnect, people that are just kind of very toxic to each other. I'm very lucky that I have a great family. So it's always interesting to just kind of see that from a different point of view. Now, on another note, this is just all about kind of survival, power, dangerous choices, getting yourself into a hole that you maybe can't crawl back out of. So yeah, can you really escape your past, or is are you kind of stuck with the hand that you're dealt? That's at the heart of this series, and I think that's what makes this a very successful show. So here's my question for you, the audience: when you're starting a new show, what hooks you the most? Is it the great characters? Is it a strong mystery? A story? Let me know down in the comments because I want to talk about it. Personally, I think Black Rabbit balances all these elements very well. The mystery pulls you in, the family is important, it keeps you invested, the characters are great, and just delivering great performances, great visuals, even some interesting needle drops that it's always fun to discover new music in a TV show. So if you're looking for something new to dive into this weekend, check out Black Rabbit on Netflix. It's stylish, it's gripping, filled with all kinds of tension, and this makes either the perfect binge or something that you take bit by bit. I haven't watched the full season, but I just knew that I've seen enough to really recommend because I'm hooked, and if I'm hooked, I think you can get hooked on it as well. So this is it for what you should watch this weekend. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss the next video and the next recommendation. I am already planning on what's ahead, looking at the calendar, looking at all these releases. And in the comments, let me know, what did you think about Black Rabbit if you have seen it, or what other shows do you recommend, and what else are you watching this weekend? So see you next time. Bye bye.